Hello, good afternoon, or morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome and thank you for joining me. So my name's Melanie Moore and I want to do a little broadcast today because, as you may have heard, you may have seen that on Monday I am doing my annual 5-day prosperity party, the Money Manifesting Challenge. Now, I've been welcoming loads of people to the private pop-up Facebook group, and I noticed yesterday that there was quite a few people in the group who've never tapped before, who are brand new to this, who may have stumbled across me on a Facebook ad and have literally felt called to join the party. So I thought I should do a little video just to explain a little bit about what tapping is. So that's one, but also more importantly, how on earth you can tap to manifest money. Like, what even is that all about? So I thought, rather than do this just for the group members, I would do this on my Facebook page as well, because there's probably some of you out there who are probably thinking this is a bit weird, you might be a bit skeptical, and I thought I would just address your questions as well. So if you're already coming to the party, do let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments that you're going to be at the party. So just say yes, I'm in. Also, let me know, can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Oh, sorry, we're clicking random things here. So those of you who've been following me for a while know that I do this thing called tapping, and I often do tapping videos. I know lots of people in the party have discovered me through my tapping videos on YouTube. So those people are familiar already with EFT, which is the proper name for tapping, emotional freedom technique. So the name emotional freedom technique might give you a little bit of a clue as to how tapping with money works. But some of you may still be scratching your heads a bit and saying, no, Mel, still don't get it. So I've been doing EFT as a practitioner for nearly a decade now, and people most commonly know EFT. It's great for relieving stress and anxiety, overwhelm. It's great for physical conditions, for pain management. But quite a few years ago, I also discovered that it's good for pretty much anything that has an emotion attached to it. It's also, how I like to use it and how I'll be using it at the party, great for clearing limiting beliefs, for tapping or rather supercharging affirmations, and it's really good for raising your vibration, but also clearing away kind of that yucky feeling, negativity, and all those kind of other feelings as well. Now, when we think about the topic of money, it's often a very emotive subject for many people, and particularly, this year, 2020, has been a really challenging year for many people, particularly where money and finance is concerned. I've spoken to lots of people whose businesses have been really affected, and when something like, the global pandemic causes anxiety, not just anxiety in general, but also in relation to your finances, tapping can really, really help with this. And I know this, from first-hand experience. Now, I've shared many times before the story of the first time, kind of my origin story of when I discovered how tapping could be used with money anxiety. I remember it was quite a few years ago now. I was standing at an ATM machine and I needed to check my bank statement, and I was really worried about checking it because I wasn't quite sure how much money was going to be there, and I felt myself just thinking, I'm feeling really anxious right now. And obviously I've been doing tapping for ages. Mostly I've been helping women tap with their childbirth fears. That's kind of how focused I was in tapping then. I was using it on my clients for pregnancy related conditions, and I thought, feeling a bit anxious here, I wonder if tapping would help. So I stood there at the cash point machine and I just started tapping, just to let go of this anxiety I was feeling standing at the cash point machine. And then I got myself to a place of calm, and then I thought, actually, I feel fine now, I'm okay, whatever it says, I can deal with it. So when I kind of keyed in my PIN number and everything, I checked, and it's like, oh my goodness, there was £500 more in my bank account than I thought there was going to be. And I was like, oh my gosh, how on earth did that happen? And it felt to me like money out the blue, like I tapped on some kind of miracle. So this was the very first time I'd used tapping for money anxiety. And then I kind of experimented it with and used it, particularly when it came to my work with vision boards and manifesting and the law of attraction. I realized that we could let go of limiting beliefs and negative emotions that were preventing us from manifesting the things our heart and souls desired. So it was kind of a bit of a trial and error, a bit of tweaking, a bit of here, a bit of there. Done loads of work with money mindset, worked with money mindset mentors, read all the books on it. And I found that there was lots of common themes that were coming up in around the subject of money manifesting and money mindset. Now, one of my favorite books is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And in Think and Grow Rich, he talks about how when you want to manifest money, and this is something I still do today, when I know there is a specific amount of money I need to draw into my life, rather than just, sit and wish and hope that, I hope money comes in, I hope clients come in, I will actually put pen to paper and I will write out how much money do I need to manifest, this month, this week, this quarter. And, sometimes unexpected bills come up. Sometimes you have to pay for things like Facebook ads. Sometimes you have to pay for, just day-to-day living and bills. So my tip is that I would recommend just writing down exactly how much money do you need to bring into your life, and when do you need to bring it in by. So this is what Napoleon Hill calls being really definite about your aim, and here we talk about kind of manifesting a certain amount of money. How much do you want and when do you want it by? Write it down. So don't just pluck any old figure. What do you want the money for? So this is something I do with all my clients, and I get them to set income goals for themselves as well. So we write down how much money, when do you want it by, and what are you going to do in return for that? And that could be, I need to send out a certain number of emails. I need to make a certain number of offers. I need to do this. I need to take action. I need to, meditate. I need to tap more. I need to get myself into vibrational alignment. These are things all my action steps that I need to do. And then this is when kind of the magic and the miracles start happening. So back to the prosperity party. How does tapping work with manifesting abundance? Now, so I've already kind of shared, and share it again if those of you have missed it. My intention for everyone joining the prosperity party is to manifest a minimum of £500 or $500 or whatever currency you're in within 5 days of the party. Now, so that the Napoleon Hill bit that's the amount of money, that's the time frame, £500 in 5 days. But the bit you've got to give in exchange for that, because there is always an exchange, is to follow the steps of the party. Now there's 5 days, 5 exercises, which would take you, I'd say, about 30 minutes a day. Some days might be a bit shorter, some days might be a little bit longer. But to schedule that time in, that next week, I want you to, those of you who are in the party already, I want you to get your diaries out, your phone diaries or whatever you use to manage your schedule, and put in 30 minutes a day, every day next week, to do the exercises in the party. Now, some of you may be saying, I'm really busy right now, I don't have time for this. You do have time. Trust me, you do have time. Because let's face it, how much time do we spend scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or watching TV? I'm just asking for 30 minutes a day to follow my process. It's not a case of just joining the party and hey presto, 500 quid's going to show up in your lap, because there's some specific steps that I take you through. Now, one of these is a daily tapping video. Already in the party group, there is a special round of tapping, which party participants are tapping on already. It's a bit like a pre-party warm-up tapping video to help you manifest money out of the blue. But on Monday, I'm going to be dropping another tapping video, which is to be done each 5 days of the party. Now, there are also 2 other exercises which are to be repeated each day of the party, but each day there's going to be another little exercise. It's fun, it requires engaging with the community. Actually, some days does, some days doesn't. And the other thing is, if you're in lockdown right now, which those of us in the UK officially are until the 2nd of December, this period of lockdown can cause a lot of loneliness and, feeling of isolation. So it's going to be a really feel good, fun week where, connections are going to be formed all over the world. Already I'm seeing it, somebody's joined the party this year who was in the party last year and said she stayed in touch with people she met at the party last year, which I absolutely love. So there's people from Australia, the US, UK, Europe, Ireland. It really is a global community inside the Party Challenge pop-up group that's already started. So, if you are feeling that, lockdown is getting you down a bit, if you're looking for something to boost your mood, boost your positivity, and to even manifest some money out of the blue, but that you're open to doing things differently, to doing things out of, doing stuff out, something different, then I really encourage you to come and join us. So one final point I want to make is about how tapping works, is that tapping shifts your vibration. It can lift your mood in literally 5 minutes. In one round of tapping, it can completely alter your state. Now, the law of attraction, very quick lesson on the law of attraction, states that we attract the vibration that we are emitting out into the universe. So if we're, putting things like worry and anxiety and lack around money, very often, we're going to draw back more of those same situations. But just for 1 week, and maybe even longer, I want you to kind of rethink the way you feel about money, rethink your relationship with money, rethink the stories you have around money. And we are going to be undoing this with tapping, but also rewiring your neural pathways so that you feel better about money. And the thing is, when you're in a collective group of other people, these groups lift you up, and it's happened for me many times in my life. When I'm part of a supportive community, that's what communities do. We support one another and we lift each other up. So you're going to feel so much better around money, because when you're at home on your own, worried about how am I going to afford to pay for Christmas presents, how am I going to, even think about, bills and those worries. When you're alone, it's very easy to spiral into thoughts of despair and worry. But when you're joined by a group of, people who are all high vibe, who are all, manifesting the same goal, and in many cases, last year, people manifested way more than £500. In some cases, huge amounts more. So that's kind of, I just wanted to share a little bit of a potted kind of explanation as to how tapping helps with manifestation. And it does this through raising your mood, your emotions, taking you out of emotions like fear, worry, despair, anxiety, into a place of excitement, curiosity, hopefulness and expectation. And when you're in a place of expectation, we get what we expect. So if we are expecting doom and gloom, we're going to get more doom and gloom. If we expect good things, we're going to attract good things. And it actually alters your physiological state. So that's kind of really how tapping and manifesting works. So I've got special tapping exercises just for the party people. And I've also got a few other exercises, and we've got a day of giving and gifting. So there's going to be lots of gifts being exchanged in the party, and that's my favourite day of the party. I think that's day day 2 of the party, I think. So that is my absolute favourite day of the party, and that day energy just goes through the roof. So the link to join is in the description of this broadcast, and I will drop it again in the comments. I'm not sure if I've got any handy helpers on standby to drop the link. If not, I'll do it afterwards. And I'll look forward to seeing you at the party. I'm sorry I haven't been able to see any comments. I will respond to any comments afterwards. So have a great day, everyone, and enjoy. I've got a little cuppa here. Can you see here? My little motivational mug for the day. Everything is possible. Have a great day. Bye for now.